Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lunch Therapy number 409. Yeah! 2,000 subscribers. We got that last week on Friday, thanks to Guignel and Maggie and Molly and whoever else helped us out there, and also Bloss's incredible depth chart of relatives. They joined in. So yeah, we're over the 2,000 mark. So we're headed to 1 million. We're headed to 1 million. We're on our way. Thanks, Guignel, for asking about the where you can buy shirts, because the new shirts are out. Lunch-therapy.com. They're starting to sell like hotcakes. I don't like hotcakes, by the way. I'm not a big fan of pancakes. I did eat one on the show one time, and it was delicious. But that was some kind of special kind of thing. Got a lot of things to talk about today. This has been an incredible weekend of lunch therapy tidbits. There's just so much to report. This whole show might be breaking news. Hoy, Pam Palmieri. Great to see you. Thank you for being a Patreon. It's such a huge help to have Patreons and have people buy shirts and support the show, because it is expensive to do this. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that expensive, but it does cost money. Do you do gift wrapping? I am the worst gift wrapping person in the world. Apparently, let's see, what's Spelling, the guy who did Beverly Hills 90210, Aaron Spelling, he apparently had just a room in his house only for gift wrapping. Only for gift wrapping. Just goes to show you. I don't know what that means, but it means something. It means that rich people like to give out gifts, and they like to have a whole room just for gift wrapping. Just J Comedian, I have a sloth shirt coming. She has the sloth shirt happening. It says, "Why hurry?" It looks a little like a heart, too, if you stand really far away from it. Sloths look like hearts. You heard it here. Let's see what Matt Wright has to say. I hear there is a pretty cool song about hotcakes. I hear there is too. There's fantastic. If you go on up, if you Google Gas Huffer hotcakes, you're going to see a fantastic song. Also, Mark Strugnell, I believe, covers the song. Maybe I'm wrong, but he also covers the song. But the original is Gas Huffer. Fantastic band. Aaron Spelling equals Aaron rapping. Yes. I don't know if he actually does the musical rapping, but he certainly can rap a present. Guignel, give him a call. I mean, maybe Tori Spelling too. I don't know. The Spelling people. Travelers 2. Yep. Travelers 2. I'm going to pretend like I know what that means. Sometimes I have no idea what things mean. I'm sure I should know what it means, because I don't know. But I'm going to get into the lunch therapy intro. For those of you that don't have modems, don't feel left out. But I think you all do, because you're watching this show. Yep, I'm here, and I think Bloss is going to be here in a minute. Bloss, I hear you. I hear I hear a sniffle.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, for real.
I was having some microphone issues earlier. So.
Yeah, I know. There he comes. Here he comes. He's already. He's in the pocket.
I got a shirt. I got a shirt.
All right, you got a shirt on. I know where you can get some shirts. Lunch-therapy.com.
Oh, and where is that? One more time. I'm sorry. Where can I get some shirts?
Lunch-therapy.com. That's where you can get the shirts.
Lunch-therapy.com. And that. What kind of shirts are those? What do they have over there?
Oh my God, they got so many. They got one with a sloth on it that says "Why hurry?" They have another one that says "Trash." Well,
But do you have any photos of those shirts?
I do. We'll have to show those. We will have to show those.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
see if I can make that happen. Let's see.
I mean, I know you. I know there's some in some type of a catalog or something like that. But I mean, if I
Kind
could
of
get a
you
look at them.
to ask. Yeah, let me see if I can make that happen for you.
I'm so curious because I'm gonna order me one today.
All
I mean,
right.
that's what we do. We order, right? We go online.
Yeah,
and
you order. You go to lunch-therapy.com. Here they all are.
Oh
There's
my
the
goodness!
Cult of the Hummingbird shirt with the hummingbird on it. There's the Be the Hummingbird shirt. There's all kinds of colors too for people that don't know.
Oh, I like that
there's
red.
there's
That's
this
that red you're
berry.
wearing right now, right? That's a nice.
I'm wearing a red lunch therapy shirt right now. This is sort of a
That's nice.
vintage shirt from.
Yeah, that pops though. That red.
This one's good
pops.
too. Look at this. Look at this. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. Oh, I don't know why it's not showing it, but it was. There it is. Good thoughts. Raccoon. Anyway, there's all kinds of different styles, all kinds of different textures. There's the famous "Got any grapes?"
Can you bounce them around? Like you could have the print be a different. Like can animal be on the front or on the back? Can you choose?
There are different options where the animal can be on the front, the animal can be on the back, depending. If if anybody has any suggestions that they want, like if they want something, I don't know, changed in some way, I'm sure Boney can work that out.
Oh, you know what we should have?
What?
We should have people submit their ideas for a design.
And then have Boney do it in like a sweatshop.
And then have Boney do it. I mean, but feature it as a prize or a winner, or maybe even make it pick a design and they win their design.
These are all great ideas. Great ideas.
I love that.
In through the nose, out through the toes shirt.
Interactive with it. Participate. The hummingbirds get a chance to.
I like it. I like it. All right, enough of the shirts. Enough of the shirts.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
I need this right here.
Because there's a lot going on here. A lot of things happening. Let's see what's happening here. Mark's lyrics are better. Oh, yeah. Mark rewrote some of the lyrics of Hot Cakes because he didn't get them right. I don't think he just decided. I think he just heard it wrong. Sort of like, Jamie's Crying, that song. Whoa, 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 Jamie's crying.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Creeping Lion. Whoa, 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 Creeping Lion. We have a Creeping Lion on the show today. We have a Creeping Lion story today, don't we? Isn't that? It's apropos, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's just crazy in LA. The people are bugging out, especially in that whole Los Feliz area.
Yeah.
I've had friends call me and be like, dude, there's a puma running around over here.
Yep.
And it happens to be the puma, the cougar, that type of cat that happens to be one of my favorite animals.
Yep.
They're so stealth and
they're beautiful.
They're
beautiful
quiet
animals.
and they move really fast. And they're vicious.
Guignol.
They don't really mess with the humans.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. Guignol, you want me to wrap it and send it to your mom? Whatever it takes. But you do not want me wrapping presents, I'll tell you. It's not a pretty sight.
Why? Is it true, like what you're talking about? You can't wrap?
I can wrap presents, but I'm not that neat, I must say.
Your confidence level is very low on the present.
Pamela's been wrapping presents like a mother, I'll tell you. She's been
She's wrapped my present already? Did she wrap mine?
Yeah, let's see. I think, she wrapped yours. I think folks should come up with prompts for an AI image generator for the next LT shirt design. I haven't played around with that stuff. It's a great idea. I've played around with that, but I mean, those AIs, they make some ugly stuff, I'll tell you.
Yeah, they're not as their hands are tight. They're not fluid with the brush stroke.
It's true.
AIs.
It's true.
They're not. It's kind of robotic almost.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're gonna eat us eventually, so let's just make fun of them for now. But soon the AI is gonna consume us like a small dog in Griffith Park. Let's get into some breathing here. I think we need to breathe.
Please,
what do you think?
Please. Please.
It's about time.
Bring me home. Bring me home.
All right. You do it.
All right, here we go. Welcome to Lunch Therapy. We're going to go in through our nose and out through our toes. Big deep breath.
Hold it. Oh, hold it for a sec. I like to close my eyes. All right, let it out through your toes. Ooh. Oh, that feels good.
It does. It feels good.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Come on, get another one. Let's get another one in there. Big deep breath through your nose and through. Hold it. Hold it like a bong hit. Wait, am I allowed to say that? Out through the toes.
I'd be confused if I were AI too. I mean, it is a confusing world, I tell you. I'm
We
confused,
got
and
so much to process.
I'm analog intelligence.
Do you think that they're capable of actually compartmentalizing all that
I
information?
think they're just like, what is this? What you guys want? Bleh. You know, you give it, feed it a few words, and it goes, "Is this what you want?" Bleh. So it does
last
so
breath.
far.
Let's go. Last one. Let's go. In through the nose.
Hold it. It's our last one. It feels good. Out through the toes.
This is a good point.
Drop your shoulders. Let it go.
It's fun to try and confuse it. I used to do that with Pandora. By the way, if you want to be really bummed, start a Pandora channel based on your own band. Yeah, maybe I should start a lunch therapy Pandora channel.
He said, if you want to be bummed.
Yeah, because it's like,
start a channel.
what was it like? It would play like Gas Huffer, and then it would play like Cyndi Lauper, and then it would play Men Without Hats. Is that what it did?
Except with your own band, though. Oh, God, Matt. Matt, I got to record you, man. Come on. We got to get together in the studio or share some stems or something, man. Come on. I think I need you to play on a couple of songs I have.
All right. I've got the next scene that I have, the next thing that I'm going to show you, I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to press the button and see what happens. This is like a random act of kindness.
Tuesday, baby.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
This is something that Jeff Lowman sent me. I guess in Thailand, they got like some monsters. Godzillas. It's a stop motion.
Godzilla, man. Yeah.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
How the hell is that thing moving? I
I
like
don't
it.
know. It's good, isn't it?
I bet. I feel like he's thirsty though.
High quality, man.
That's a nice cold ale he's got sitting.
Isn't it? Looks good. Looks good.
No,
Solar plexus.
now I'm thirsty.
Let's put it this
Solar
way.
plexus.
If you think you're doing something tasteful and clever, Pandora thinks you're a meathead.
Oh my God. Pandora. What's wrong with those guys over there? Are they messing with people or what's happening? Man?
Gas
You
Huffer
can't be yourself on Pandora? Is that what's happening?
it's just like, you know, oh, you would like this. Anyway, let's get on with this
Suffering
thing.
was much better.
Then Men Without Hats. It's quite a statement. Quite a statement. I think it's true.
How does a grown man sit like that? I cannot sit like that anymore.
They have a special.
I mean, not since I'm like.
They do
13
actually.
or something.
Well, he does this for like 8 hours sometimes. So they actually have a special seat that he sits in that's conducive to that kind of sitting. Yeah.
Oh, like a yoga block. He's probably his derriere.
It's a
is
very
sitting on something,
special,
allowing his knees
very
to-
special contoured seat that they talk about on the show.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't crisscross applesauce, dude. It's just not anymore. Dude.
Yeah. I
It's
do
kind
it.
of creepy, saucy, kind of creepy.
I do it, but sometimes my
sauce.
my leg falls out of my pelvis, just falls right out of it, and I have to like
Yeah,
get Boney to jam
my
it
leg
back
might
in there.
Fall off.
Yeah.
My leg
So
might just fall off.
solar plexus. This is the solar plexus healing vibrations bowl This tone is apparently coincides with that chakra, solar plexus. Solar plexus chakra is about standing in your power, getting in touch with your inner warrior fire and self-esteem. The following meditations, crystal techniques, and essential oil applications and yoga postures will help you connect with what you may be holding on in this chakra, and most importantly, initiate connection with this energy vortex within you, so you may be open to the wisdom it holds. This is from the book, Chakra Healing. Energy
That's
vortex.
by who?
This is Howard Ronan told us about it, but it is written by Margarita Alcantara. Got it right that time.
The Margarita.
She says, other ways to initiate some solar plexus power, wear yellow clothing.
Oh,
I never wear yellow clothing, ever.
really?
I have one shirt.
I have maybe
One shirt.
3. Yeah, I have 3. I have a T-shirt from Coney Island, the corny dog place, whatever.
Oh my God.
And I have a yellow dress shirt.
Are we going to list all of your yellow shirts? Is that what we're going to do today? Or are we going to talk about the breaking news that really is where we should go right now?
I have a white undershirt that used to be white but now is yellow.
Oh, is it just in the armpits? Just in the armpits?
No, it's the whole shirt's kind of
You were saying,
beige, but it used to be white.
You were saying that you don't really have body odor. Is that right?
Oh, we had that conversation before. Yes,
you were saying
I
that.
do. I just happen to be one of those. I mean, it's very strange, you know. Like I could work out all day and play ball and
Yeah.
Now, don't get it wrong. I'm not saying I don't have body odor. I mean, I could be out in the sun playing ball, and my mother used to say, "Oh, get away! You smell like the sun." And I didn't know what that meant, but I guess it meant you're outdoors sweating and stuff. You know, you come in with smelling like that. But I mean, as far as armpit odor, you know, like say somebody raises their hand, whoa, buddy, easy.
Yeah.
That no, I'm not that. And you know how some guys, like they wear a shirt and then they wash it and they bring it back, they put it on, and it's still got kind of a green stain.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know what I mean? Something's going on in that shirt. I don't have any of that, and I don't wear deodorant or antiperspirant or stuff like that. Once in a while, I might, if I'm a little uncomfortable, somewhere and I got to be somewhere, you know, for myself. But I don't wear it regularly. Haven't for years.
I want to make it abundantly clear here. This is a disclaimer. We are not shaming people who have body odor.
No.
Stains.
You brought the subject up, and I was just kind of saying, you know, I happen to be one of those.
It might be that they are sitting in their chakra power, and we might not have it. We might not have that chakra power.
My son asked me that. That's why we were talking, and he said something, and I had mentioned to him that, you know, hey, you should go take a shower. So he goes, "What do you mean?" I go, you know, you've been out all day. Let's go do that now, you know. And he goes, "Why, Dad? Do I stink?" And he goes, "I don't stink." And I go, "Something's happening with you, buddy." And he didn't shower. A few hours later, comes back, got a little thing going on. I go, "Dude," he goes, "Don't you stink?" I go, "No." And I go like this, and he goes, "Oh my God, how do you do that? How do you do that?" And I said,
do you wear cologne?
Doing it.
Do you wear cologne?
Used to, back in the 80s when it was fashionable for people like me.
Okay, we got to get on with this. We got to get on with this because we can't go back into the deep recesses of cologne days.
I just, you know, I think it's genetics. Everybody's body's different. Your diet's different, you know.
Yeah, I got something interesting. I got something really interesting. Are you ready for this? Remember how Just Jay got a tongue drum and she was playing it on the show, and she was so talented. She now has learned a song. And she has made a video for us. You ready?
Oh, bring it on. I love Just Jay.
Let's go. Just Jay time.
I love it. We're going to see the growth of Just Jay.
Hey, everybody. This is Just Jay, your comedian.
I got to turn her up.
Tongue-dum.
There's no turning it up, I don't think. Oh, maybe there is. There it is.
Player, not tongue-dum.
Thanks, man.
Anyway,
tongue
thank you, Joel, for introducing us hummingbirds to all these different musical instruments. I'm really in love with the drums, and so I'm starting out with a 13-note tongue drum, and I'm going to play The Sounds of Silence.
All right. Gotta get out of the way. Good, huh? Yeah!
Yeah.
She's got it down. She does it. She only uses one so far, I think. Maybe that's
Yeah.
a technique.
I feel like Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon. Pure
Really
Yoga
bringing
and
back memories of that's beautiful.
Silence.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so good.
Jay. Yeah.
Don't be playing over this with some professional person. I'm telling you.
That was nice. That was super
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
Very good, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm so. Oh my goodness.
I'm really thrilled about that. That's okay. So she's really coming along. Now we have a new segment. It's called 2-Minute Tribute from Jeff Lowman in Thailand.
Oh, hello.
Check this out.
Mocha up. Mocha up. Good girl. Oh, hi there. Mocha and I are just kind of hanging out here. Thought I would do a 2-minute tribute. All about sitcoms, situational comedies. There's a situation and something about it makes it comedic. The situation is the 1970s. Jack Ritter needs a roommate. He can't find one. So he moves in with 2 beautiful women and has to tell Don Knotts that he's gay, so that they will allow that cohabitation. There's a situation, there's comedy. Another situation, Germany, 1943, a Nazi prisoner of war camp. Doesn't seem like there's anything funny about that. However, Hogan's Heroes did make a comedy out of the bumblings of Sergeant Schultz and Colonel Klink and Major Burkhauser. And we lost somebody, this was last month, Robert Clary. He was corporate LeBeau. French guy with the beret, passed away. What I didn't know was that before he was an actor, he was in a Nazi concentration camp. Most of his family died in the Holocaust. When he would go to work in the studios there down in California, on his arm he would have the tattoo that the Nazis put there. So just imagine the resiliency of this man to be able to put up with the Nazis as a teenager, live through it, and then go to work as a prisoner of the Nazis. Crazy stuff, isn't it? So, 2-minute tribute to Robert Clary. Salute! I'm Mocha. I'm on TV.
That was awesome. I mean, what an incredible story that is. Who knew that?
I love that. I love that dude, man. I used to
Yeah.
watch that show all the time.
Yeah, wasn't
LeBeau?
it was a crazy show,
And
wasn't it?
Schultz used to come in always, like LeBeau would bribe him with food. Remember that?
Yeah.
He was
That was the weirdest.
No, I cannot have any of you. If I see, hey, Schultz, I made some pastries for you. I made the croissants with the creamy cheese. Oh, not the creamy cheese, LeBeau. You know how much I love the creamy cheese.
I see nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I see nothing.
I see nothing.
Nothing.
Uh-oh, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, what is that?
And Paul Mary says she
Thank you
didn't
for
know
joining
about
us.
LeBeau. I don't think any of us knew this. In fact, Werner Klempler, who played Clink, I believe he was also Jewish as well, and was involved somehow.
I
His
think
family.
everybody was Jewish in that cast, bro, except for the black guy.
What about?
He might have been Baptist or something.
I don't remember everybody's name in that show now. That was really
Yeah,
unique,
you remember
unique
the
show.
lead guy Hogan? He was
Yeah, what
Jewish.
was his name though? What was his name?
His name
Bob.
was
Bob.
uh,
His name was Bob. We know that.
Bob Barker, Bob Eubanks, Bob. Holy Moses, I can't remember his
Robert.
name. I memorized all the characters.
Somebody's gonna come up with it in the chat room.
I know Richard Dawson. Yeah.
Richard Dawson. Oh yeah, he was on that, wasn't he? Before the Family Feud.
Dawson was on there.
All right, so let's take a look here. Behind us is the first breaking story, which is there's going to be some really interesting breaking news today. I'll tell you that. We have 3 major topics, and one of them is the Artemis. Let's break it. Let's break this thing in. So Artemis, something we've been following on the show, went up and went around the moon. Bob Crane. Thank God somebody came up with the name.
Who
from
said
the
that?
deep recesses.
Guignol.
Guignol
No wonder.
and Matt.
He was a secret
Thanks,
agent,
guys.
actually.
Thanks, guys. Bob Crane.
He was a spy for the.
So
CIA.
here's the boat that's going to pick up. I call it a boat. It's probably a ship. It's probably an aircraft carrier or something. But anyway, it's going to pick up the Artemis capsule as it lands in the ocean.
It landed Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday. He was a pervert, Bib Crane. Says it just Jay.
Bib Crane was, but not Bob Crane. Bib Crane was. No, not.
Bib Crane, good old Bib
Wasn't a
Crane.
pervert. He just enjoyed snuff films. I think, is there a difference between
I think he
pervert and
liked.
a
I think.
snuff film.
I don't know. I don't think we say the word snuff
He
film
enjoyed
on
snuff films. That was
lunch
his
therapy. We don't say this phrase on lunch therapy. It's not therapeutic at all. It's the most least therapeutic thing. His son Scotty Crane owns a recording studio in Seattle. Surprisingly, he wasn't into the movie. Movie.
He wasn't into movies. He was into music. Come on,
Bob
Matt knows
Crane was
everybody.
framed by the FBI.
Washington area, music.
Is there
He wasn't framed. He was a spy.
is there a
was a
movie
spy
about
for that
Bob
guy, and
Crane?
they
There's a
threw
movie
him under
about
the
Bob
bus.
Crane, right? There's a whole movie about him.
They threw him under the bus.
There's a movie about Bib Crane. I know that for sure.
What's his name?
Yeah.
The guy from Talk Soup. I think he played him in the movie.
Did he?
Yeah, the actor.
I think he did. We're just like
He got nominated for an Academy Award.
the
Best
neurons
Supporting
are
Actor.
firing
And
very
he was-
slowly around here, but all this stuff is coming back. Soon we'll have that guy's name. Yes, there is a movie about Bob Crane. I am remembering this as well, as if it was from like a dream that I had many years ago. Yeah, and
Just
someday
faintly. Remember.
Talk Soup guy. Yeah, that guy was huge. Don't know his name now. It just goes to show you, none of this really matters. Anyway, here is the capsule coming down with the parachutes. I'm speeding it up here because we can't watch. This is it. It's landing.
They got a GoPro on top of it.
You know how fast it was going when it hit our atmosphere?
Ooh, no.
I'm going to have to tell you. It was moving at 26,000 miles per hour when it re-entered our atmosphere. It skipped on the atmosphere. So it went down and then went back up and then went down like a stone. And then went back down.
But why would it do that? Why wouldn't it just go through the atmosphere? Is there
They're
a reason
playing around
for
with
that?
this way of doing it because I don't know. Maybe it slows it down. I don't know. Because, it was coming in hotter than any other capsule has come in before. They're also, they're going to put humans in it next time. So they want to make sure that they do it right. And I guess it's a good way to slow it down.
That's what I'm saying. How can a human withstand that kind of
This is
G-force
what
and
Matt
impact?
was
That's
saying,
crazy.
is that Scotty wasn't a fan of the movie. Of course he wasn't if they were saying Bib Crane was not such a great guy. Fast as, yeah, exactly. That's super fast. 26,000 miles per hour.
But Matt, that's the name of the new Fast and Furious Part 9.
It's called Fast as
Fast as
F#CK.
yeah, Yeah, the new that's the new movie coming out.
Yeah.
They're part 9.
Here it comes. Here it comes. It's going to land. Now it's traveling like, what would you say that is? 20 miles an hour?
About 60 probably. 80.
0
Yeah, I
miles
mean
an
it's
hour?
got the 3 parachutes there. Yeah, it's just
Why
kind
do
of
they have 3
ready
parachutes?
to
Does
land.
anybody know why they have 3 parachutes instead of just 1?
Probably because if they did it, it'd be faster. Probably
Remember the
to allow it to travel slower.
yeah, that's true. But it probably is some
Also, what if one of them split? You know, you got the 2 backups there to
their backup
give it
parachutes.
a
That's what they
touchdown
did when they
landing.
land the rover on Mars too. They had 3 parachutes. It's a thing. It's a thing.
How
You
did
got to
they
see it
land in Mars?
splashing.
I mean, there's a um oh, what's it called? The
In case 2 fail.
the gravity. There's gravity on Mars. They need parachutes.
Yeah, they needed to. Yeah, they had parachutes when they landed that. Oh my gosh.
So there's gravity on Mars then.
There is gravity on Mars. It's a big planet. Big
Ooh,
planet. There's not an
splash.
atmosphere like here, but there is gravity, of course. There you go. There's that. Okay. Pretty awesome. It landed. It did the whole
They
thing.
pull those parachutes onto the boat though, right? They don't just leave them in the ocean, right?
No, they
'Cause
pull it
that's
all into
dangerous
that
for the
boat. This is a view
ecosystem.
before it landed. It's a view from the ship. Isn't that crazy? That's the Earth. And that
Is this Orion's view or this is
This is
Artemis?
Orion's view, yeah. Orion is the capsule.
Oh, that's-
I think the question I would ask is, what is filling up the parachutes on Mars? That's a good question. It's not necessarily
That's what I meant
oxygen,
about
but
gravity. Like,
well, gravity.
what is that?
But what's filling up the parachutes?
No
Probably
atmosphere?
some kind of gas, right? But maybe not as oxygenated
Yeah.
as here.
As much air. So maybe it's H2 minus O.
I saw a freaking great movie about the Mars landers. It's called Goodnight Oppie. It's about the opportunity. This is from the Space Channel. Space Channel. But here, let me show you this.
That was
Let me show you this cool
a little
poster.
moment there kind of hit me.
Yeah,
bro.
wasn't that cool?
Felt like I was
Goodnight
in
Oppie.
space.
You heard of Goodnight Oppie? It's on
I have not
Amazon.
heard of this one.
I highly recommend this. I mean, I'm kind of a dork, but it's an entire movie about the Opportunity
Kinda?
rover.
Kinda?
It's
Kinda.
about the
Gotcha, gotcha.
Opportunity rover. And but the Opportunity and the Spirit both landed on Mars. They were supposed to have a mission that lasted about 90 days. Opportunity was there for 5 years. 5 years.
What?
Yeah, because what they thought is that and I don't want to ruin the movie, but there are solar panels on the top of that Opportunity, and they thought that that dust would accumulate after a while because there's not a lot of things to brush off the sand or whatever, and that eventually it would just lose power. But it got hit with this massive dust storm right away, really early on, and they found out that actually cleaned the solar panels for them, and the thing just persevered. That's probably why they named the next one Perseverance.
Oh. That's how lucky is that though? A dust storm came and
Oh yeah,
helped.
and then it just kept doing it, and they had more dust storms. So Opportunity and Spirit lasted quite a while. Spirit didn't last as long because it was in a much rougher terrain, but Opportunity lasted for 5 years, and then when they put Perseverance down there, the parachutes had a code on them, Morse code. I think it's Morse code, some kind of code on them. And do you know what it said on the parachutes?
What did it say? On one of the parachutes?
Yeah. It said, "Dare mighty things." Did you know that? That's why at the top of the show I always put "Dare mighty things."
Yeah. That's where you got that from, huh?
Yep.
I like it.
Matt says,
Challenge.
"Doesn't it seem like Artemis just left?" I know. It was up there for like a month. I think they used blow
No,
dryers.
it had been a month already?
Parachutes.
It felt like it was just like a week or so.
I know, it's crazy. Okay, so let's get into the next news item, which is really I don't know. It's a big one. This is a big deal. So, you're from the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever heard of this thing?
Bay Area.
have you ever heard of this thing called the National Ignition Facility, which is at the, what do they call it? The Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory.
Livermore, I know Livermore well. Very, very well.
There's a laboratory there that's just unbelievably cool. And they have all these different things that they do, and it has to do with ecology. It has to do with energy. They have all these different buildings. By the way, on their website, which is what's behind us here, you can see their campus, and you can click on the blue buildings, and they tell you about like what's in them. You need to bring on a rocket scientist. Yes. I mean, we really do.
I'll tell you, Joe.
Yeah.
My wife actually worked there.
She did?
She worked. Yeah, she worked there when she was in high school. She had I think she had like an after-school job there. Livermore, Lawrence Livermore Labs or something like that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
big deal happened there.
And Dia Livermore
I'm going to find the building where they did this.
It's a nuclear.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about today.
Like they study some stuff that we don't know about over there.
Well, we're going to find out about one of the things here. We're going to find out about one. You find it creepy? Well, I mean, they're doing some incredible stuff here. And one of the things they did.
I know, but 20 years ago, bro, 30 years ago, they were doing stuff that we didn't know what they were doing. And we had no idea how it was affecting the area. And then one day I was walking down Livermore in the boulevard in Livermore, and I saw some guy had 3 arms. I thought I was seeing things. And he waved to me with the other 2. And I just went to A&W Root Beer and had some fries and a burger.
Where was the arm attached? Is what I want to know.
It was coming out of under the other arm. There was 2 on this side, and then there was 1 on this side, and then he waved with the 2, and I thought it was kind of like a.
He waved like
puppet,
this.
Like a.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing. It was like this. He waved like this. The other arm was like that, and I just thought I was seeing things. So I was a little bit high, and so I just went and had a burger at A&W Root Beer.
So this right here behind us, this is a machine that is made not to put an extra arm on somebody, but actually to create fusion. It's a giant fusion machine.
Here we go. Now you're getting into it, buddy.
So people know what fission is, right? Fission is like our nuclear reactor. It's like you take an atom and you split it. Energy comes out, right? And it's kind of dangerous because then it also makes nuclear waste, and there's a lot of danger that can occur. So they've been working for a long time on fusion, which is not fission, it's fusion, which is the opposite of fission, which is to take 2 atoms and smush them together until they become one. And this gives off a lot of energy. In fact, it's what powers the sun. It's what powers the sun.
What? How did they know that powers the sun? I mean, how did somebody?
Scientists, man.
Test the sun and,
that's why we need to get a rocket scientist on the show. Or a fusion therapist. Yeah. So anyway, they've been trying to make. So what you can see, this is a big machine, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot of lasers. What they do is they have this little capsule. Capsule is the big word today. If this was Sesame Street, we'd have a whole segment on the word capsule. But okay, so Livermore National Ignition Facility, that's what we're looking at here. Fission. So what they did, fusion. Is they have this capsule, and it has this little like thing in the middle. I don't know what it is. I've got a guy who's going to explain it here, but it's 193 laser beams strike the walls of the capsule and create energy. But never has the energy that they put into it been less than the energy that they come back with. You know what I'm saying? So they produce more energy than they used to make the thing happen, and that, of course, is the key to creating this energy and making it usable. I like Gregory.
It's getting more energy out of it than we're
Gregory Connor says, "I'm so knowledgeable." Look at that. Look at that. See, I told you.
Oh, he says that you're so knowledgeable.
I'm thinking. No, maybe it's them. Maybe it's the people at the lab.
No, he's saying you are, not him. He's saying so knowledgeable about
I think he's talking about me.
Information you're sharing with us. That's
Yes.
what it is.
I appreciate that,
Because you
Gregory.
do your work.
Yes,
do
you,
the work.
Joel. Check it out. Check it out. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate that. That comes from a
Right on, Greg.
Gregory is on. He's a guest on a interview Friday way back when. Fantastic human being. He makes a television program, and he also is a dancer. And he's a super smart guy. We went to school together. I highly recommend that episode. I don't know which number that is, but
let's get the update.
Bennington Gothic is his show. Bennington Gothic, if you want to check it out. The more you know. Let's get back to this. Okay, so thanks, Gregory, for being here.
Hey, the more you know. I grew up with that. Did you grow up with the more you know?
The more you know. It's like NBC or something. Is that it? Okay, let's listen to the actual scientists talk now. Like jazz fusion, Herbie Hancock. Yeah. Web series, dancer, Renaissance. He's a Renaissance man. That's what he is. That's what we like.
Are you allowed to call yourself a Renaissance man or other people?
Hell yeah. No, you can call yourself. Okay, I'm a Renaissance man. So are you.
Well, that's what, I know. That's why I was asking. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I am, but I've heard people say that I am. So,
absolutely. All right. So here we go. Okay. This is going to be some real scientists. This is the Department of Energy head this morning at 7 a.m. talking about exactly what we're talking about here. It's supposed to be happening now.
A great day. Today we're here to talk about fusion.
Turn it up.
Combining two particles into one.
Okay.
Last week,
thanks.
At the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California, scientists at the National Ignition Facility achieved fusion ignition. And that is creating more energy from fusion reactions than the energy used to start the process. It's the first time it has ever been done in a laboratory.
Administrator Ruby, a paraphrasal of Abraham
she is quite excited.
Strikes me as fitting here. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did at the National Ignition Facility. So let's recap. A team at Lawrence Livermore National Lab, National Ignition Facility made the following happen. There's a tiny cylinder here at the end of this that you probably can't see. It's about so tall and this wide. Inside that
the capsule you're talking about.
A small spherical capsule about half the diameter of a BB. 192 laser beams entered from the two ends of the cylinder and struck the inner wall. They didn't strike the capsule, they struck the inner wall of this cylinder and deposited energy. And that happened in less time than it takes light to move 10 feet. So it's kind of fast.
What?
X-rays from the wall impinged on the spherical capsule. Fusion fuel in the capsule got squeezed. Fusion reactions started. This had all happened before, 100 times before. But last week, for the first time, they designed this experiment so that the fusion fuel stayed hot enough, dense enough, and round enough for long enough that it ignited. And it produced more energies than the lasers had deposited. About 2 megajoules in, about 3 megajoules out, a gain of 1.5.
He is quite smitten with this.
It's a big deal. So we're you know, this is the very start of this thing, but we're going to be able to create energy and not have waste and I mean it's going to be incredible. They were talking about how anyway, I can't really get into it because it's so complex.
Let me get this clear. So they've gotten more energy back than it took to engage it, right? And that's exciting because this is clean energy. That's what they're saying, right?
Well, Matt's saying still got to figure out what to do with the waste, but I don't think there is waste with this. I don't think there is nuclear waste.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying it's exciting because it's new energy, which could take us from using fossil fuel and energy that has waste, carbon waste, and affects the environment, right? But they need to key on, for me, they need to key on is there waste? And what is the repercussion of this new energy? You know what I mean? Yeah. Is this new energy going to signal other planets and aliens to go, hey, these guys are tapping into stuff we're doing. We need to go find out what's happening down there. And then now it's inviting other entities in the universe to come and hey, what are you guys doing down there? messing with some stuff that we messing with. You know, like, is that, or is there a waste that later on we're gonna find out 20 years later that the guy with the third arm, there's a bunch of guys with third arms.
Definitely the mystery of the third arm. Guignol says, can't
I'm
wait
just
for the
saying.
military to get a hold of this. Well, that guy who is talking is actually the nuclear defense guy, apparently. But they're saying that it's going to be good for nuclear defense. I'm not sure. I have no idea what that means. So maybe that's something we have to investigate.
Good for nuclear defense or good for nuclear offense?
It can still go boom. Oops. I don't know. Yeah, good for, I know, nuclear offense. I wonder. Also, you know, once the corporations get a hold of it, E.T. is going to show up. E.T. might just show up. He might. Is that accurate, Rich? Is Richard said, can it still go boom? Well, it's certainly a lot of energy. It gives off a lot of energy. So I imagine anything that gives off a lot of energy can go boom. All right, we've got to get to the one more breaking news thing. This is all breaking news today. Another thing that happened yesterday. Okay, let's get into this because we have to give this the time that it needs. And do you know what P22 is, Blas?
Yes, of course I do. I've been watching her years. She's probably the most famous puma in all of Southern California, or probably, I don't know if it's California or the world or our country, but very, very popular. Very, very,
very popular. So P22, which stands for Puma 22, or if you're in England, Puma 22, is the most famous cat in Hollywood. Oh, there he is, dragging an animal away. You hate it when they say Puma?
Yeah, come on, man. It's Robert. It's not Robert.
I think Puma is actually the way to pronounce it.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, here's what Matt said. Google got me this. Part 1, fusion does not create any long-lived radioactive nuclear waste. A fusion reactor produces helium, which is an inert gas. Thank you, Matt. It also produces and consumes...
So all our voices are going to go high pitch?
Yeah. It'll be a small price to pay. It also produces and consumes titanium within the plant in a closed circuit. Titanium is radioactive, a beta emitter, but it's half of its short. Tritium.
No,
Thank you.
tritium.
I'm trying, TM.
I know.
I'm trying, TM. Okay, this is footage of P22 from the cameras that are around Griffith Park. So let me explain or mansplain a little bit about this. 2012, he was discovered in Griffith Park. They really couldn't believe that there was a mountain lion there because it's not enough space for a mountain lion. Usually mountain lions roam kind of on their own, but they caught him on camera.
Where are the other mountain lions?
Well, they think he was born in Santa Monica. And what happens in the Santa Monica Mountains in 2010? And what happens is the mountain lions, when they're born, they get to a certain age, maybe 2 years old, they have to go find their own place. They roam around by themselves. So he crossed the 101, he crossed the 405, and he got to Griffith Park somehow. And now he's he's been just kind of stuck there. And he lived there about 6 years ago. And he eats deer and he eats coyotes and
whatever wild. Yeah.
They have him tagged. They let him go. They let him do his thing. About 6 years ago, they think he snuck into the LA Zoo and ate a koala bear. But they don't really have proof of it. They don't really have proof, but they do, the only proof they have is the night before they caught him on camera in the zoo. So he was in the zoo. And then
a koala bear was found mauled or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
And they're not sure if he did it or not.
Yeah, but they kind of think maybe he did. He liked to picnic. He definitely liked to picnic.
Yeah.
Is a jaguar? Is a jaguar different? Yeah, jaguar I think is different than a puma.
Yeah. There's just different categories of mountain lion, cat,
So the mountain lion, anyway, really weird to have a mountain lion there. So they think he ate that koala bear, but then they still just let him do his thing because he he's nature. He's nature, and nature should be allowed to roam. The koala bear's name, I even have the koala bear's name, Killarney. Poor Killarney.
No.
know.
You don't name a koala bear. That's
Killarney.
Killarney.
So then, okay, so then what happened was he's just recently he started attacking people's dogs.
Yeah.
So the people were finding him in the backyard. People were finding him. So on Beechwood Drive, this woman named Megan was walking her dog, and P22 came out, grabbed her dog, Bowie, and started running off with Bowie. And what did Megan do?
My God.
What did Megan do? She dove in there and fought with the mountain lion. The mountain lion scratched her face. She got Bowie back. Bowie has multiple puncture wounds and is recovering, but he's okay.
Ooh.
And weeks before, P22 actually attacked another dog, and they had video footage of it.
Yeah.
And he killed a leashed Chihuahua in the Hollywood Hills.
There's
So
a Chihuahua
somebody's
on a leash. It's a
walking their
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, and all of a sudden, P22 comes in. Yeah.
No.
So
No.
what they decided was that they were going to have to catch him and analyze, because what they think is he's getting old, and he might not be able to as easily hunt deer and coyotes.
The wild prey, his normal prey. Right.
So maybe he's going for the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, they exactly. They're saying something's going on. They need to find out what's going on. There could be some distress, and even like you said, he's growing in age, so maybe he's not able to catch his wild food like he normally does. So he's just down there in the neighborhood, shopping around on the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, anybody in that area should know that you shouldn't just be if P22 is in your area, you should be holding your dog or with your dog on your property, pooping and doing their business. You know what I mean? Like, don't be walking them down the streets until they get him. Now they have him, and they're going to do some tests and figure out. They don't want to euthanize him. That's what they don't.
No, they don't want to. You know what?
They want to figure out how to take
He's
care of this,
so famous too.
creature.
He has his own. He has his own Instagram. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They're not going to kill him.
Most famous cat in our country.
There's famous.
But
there's a famous picture of him. This is the famous
be
picture.
hard
I
to
probably
pronounce
can't. I mean, this is on the website. The
look at
Natural
that!
History
Look at
Museum.
that, dude.
That's
on Beechwood. Right
You're
there.
going to
Look
see
at
that for a second. I probably
Woo.
can't show you that because it's probably like copyrighted or
That's
whatever.
a
But it's on the
beautiful-
website
that's a
here.
Beautiful animal.
There's all kinds of
Beautiful.
things in the Natural History Museum about him. P22, there he is. Yeah, so they've got him in a pretty, posh facility, I believe. The English pronunciation of jaguar is another one for it. Jaguar. Jaguar.
No. It's pronounced Yawa.
Yaguar. Chihuahua.
Yeah. Jaguar.
I wouldn't want to happen upon him. Skewy. Scary.
that's-
Scary.
that's-
That's what he said. Scary.
That's some squeak. Yeah, that's.
He also makes. I like that. Scary. That's great.
I tried to.
Scary. All right. Well, there's P22. So.
Look how beautiful that animal is, man.
Oh,
Come
he's
on.
gorgeous. He's a gorgeous animal.
I just don't like the hardware. They got to come up with something a little bit better. There's got to be. If we could do nuclear fusion, we could give him a GPS that doesn't
little
look
bit
like
smaller.
a tow truck. You know what I mean?
Maybe they could just give
It's
him
a
like
little too much.
an Apple Watch or something. Just around his waist.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Exactly. Put an Apple. Oh my
Plus,
God,
he
an
could-
Apple Watch.
He could check his Instagram page on that too. Just
Yeah,
see
you can
how
follow-
many,
yeah,
how many
exactly.
likes
You
he
can add
got,
to the-
how many
You can
likes he
update
got.
it. You can update it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's going to have to be the show today. A lot of really interesting
What?
stuff.
Oh my gosh!
I know. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we have to go.
No, I told a long story about armpits, so that's
That armpit
Sorry,
story will go down in the annals of time. The annals of time. It really will. All right.
That's stinky too.
The pumas of time. All right, let's get into the dance break here. My favorite.
Jaguar.
So, go to the Natural History Museum, by the way, and check that stuff out because there's breaking news, and we can't get there's
Joel.
the real breaking
Joel.
news. What?
Joe.
Yeah. What?
Who do we have for this Friday?
Who do we have for this Friday? That's a good question. Tell me, Blas. You tell me.
Oh, I thought we had booked the person out. They didn't. Did they?
We don't know.
Did they not
We
lock
don't
it?
know who's going to be on Friday. We know
I
next.
thought we had. Oh, I did.
No, we know the next Friday we're going to talk non-duality with a non-duality expert, and that's going to be
Oh, next Friday. Oh, I thought
really
that's
cool.
what we were
That's
doing
a
this
week from Friday.
I'm-
This Friday's still.
Hey,
So
my fault.
Angelo DeLulo is the guest a week from Friday. He's going to talk about non-duality, which is going to blow our freaking minds. So everybody should be there just in time for the Christmas weekend. We're going to mess with our minds, thanks to Matt Wright. Let's see. Pam says, "Pretty cat." Are we going to have a dance? We're going to have a danceable dance break today. Today's going to be good. I'm excited.
Oh, you mean
for
the song is
dance
actually
break.
going to have some
Yeah, it's
rhythm
not going to
and
be
melody?
it's not going to be one where you dance like this.
I don't know if that's dancing unless you have a girlfriend.
Do you remember the slow dance in high school?
Remember that?
It was more like
Oh my
this.
gosh, it was the best. I don't know how kids are. How are you? I've done a few school dances, in the last couple of years, and there's
Yeah.
no slow dancing. How do you not?
Really?
How do you find a girlfriend or boyfriend if you're not
It's
slow
really,
dancing? I
really
don't
just
get
an
it.
excuse to hug. It's
I
the
don't
only
get it.
time you
I
can
don't get
hug
it.
your girlfriend in public.
Yeah.
All right, dance break time. Here we go. It's going to be a good one. Get ready to dance.
All right. I like it. Bring it on.
Oh, yeah. Dire Straits, done by the SCC. Hugging is great. I got to put this down. Remember this song?
Down under.
Yeah, these guys are from Australia. It sounds just like the song. It's crazy, right?
Oh, they're good.
Now look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on your MTV. Ah, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Let me tell you, them guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. See little buddy with the earring and the makeup. Yeah, man, that's his own hair. Yeah, little buddy's got his own jet airplane. Yeah, man, he's a millionaire. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. I should have learned to play them drums. Look at that mama, she got it sticking in the cameraman. We can have some. And he's up there, what's that? Hawaiian noises, banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Woo! Yeah.
Play the guitar on the MTV. Yeah, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing when your chicks for free. Money for nothing, chicks for free. Money for nothing, chicks for free. Money for nothing,
Real funny.
chicks for free.
Let's see the joke. In case let's kill him.
Chicks for free.
Money for nothing.
Chicks for
For
free.
nothing. That bird is attacking you. It's all over you, man.
Trying to get on that UCR mindset.
Don't worry, birds aren't real. Yeah. That was awesome. HCC.